So now it's time to start talking about finding the right position for you. There are commonly four major ways to search for a job, although we did just talk about how many of the really desirable positions are not even being posted anymore, and recruiters and companies are coming straight to the candidates, but we never know when the tide's going to turn. So we're going to talk about the four major ways that we do have to search for a job, and some of the jobs that you want are being posted. So you still should know about these if you don't already. So the first one is an organization's own website. So most companies list employment opportunities. They often have a page dedicated to employment opportunities, and they discuss what positions they have open and how to apply for those positions. So that would be, one of the first places to go look. If you want to work for XYZ company, go to their website and look to see if they have an employment opportunities page. Sometimes they don't put it up like in the main navigation panel, whether it's tabs at the top or along the side or whatever. Sometimes you have to scroll all the way down to the bottom where they have a bunch of links listed, and you might see there an employment opportunities or job openings or whatever, however they have that termed, and you can get to the page through there. Another way that's pretty common is a job board on the internet. So job boards range from just providing a list of open positions to sharing full job postings, and even sometimes having a place to upload resumes. Some of them do have kind of resume creators. I have never used one of those. I don't know how good they are. Personally, I wouldn't trust them, but that's just me. You might have success with them. I really don't know. But what I do want to say about job boards on the internet and uploading your resume, be really careful about that, because you want to figure out, well, who can actually access this? If it's open for anyone on the internet to find, think about the fact that you have personal information such as your address and phone number. You may not want those out for the entire public to see. Will your current employer be able to see that you have posted your resume to a job board? Maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe that's not the smartest career move to make. So really think about whether or not you want to actually upload a resume to a job board. It might be better to stick to just using them to find open positions. And some of the major job boards available are Career Builder, Indeed, Glassdoor, and Monster. There are more, obviously, but these are just a few of the major ones. Some of them you have to create an account for, and some of them you do not. So you need to, again, think about, do you want to have another account you want to manage, or do you want to look on a site that doesn't require an account? What kinds of employers are posting on these different job boards? You maybe want to do some research into that to see if your industry uses the job board that you're trying to use. You want to, of course, go where your industry is posting open positions. You can utilize a placement office. Many colleges, four-year universities have job placement offices where what they do is they kind of have different companies that have interest in candidates from that particular school. And they will, in the job placement office, they will collect resumes from students who are interested in those positions and those companies, working for those companies. And then recruiters or representatives of those companies come to the campus and they interview some or all of the students who have submitted resumes to that particular for that particular company. And then they may invite certain students for more comprehensive interviews for actual positions. Sometimes the placement offices do deal more directly with sending off the students that the resumes they think are best suited to a particular company. But that's one way that you can, especially as a new professional, get your foot in the door of different companies, is through those recruitment events. And then another option is a professional placement bureau. But those deal more with people who are already in the field, who are looking for a different position or a career change of some sort. So that's usually more established. And then those are usually fee-based recruitment sort of things, or placement things, where either the candidate or the employer will pay this bureau. So the candidate might go to the bureau and say, I need to look for a different position. Can you help me? And then the employers are also going to the bureau and saying, we need a particular candidate. Can you help us find one? Often the employers will be the ones paying the fees, but the candidates might also be paying the fee. Just depends on the bureau itself. So you want to, maybe look into that if you get into your career field and then you realize that you want a different kind of position or you want to work for a different company. And then the other major way to search for a job is your own network, kind of the word of mouth thing. Your relatives, you have a relative who knows somebody who is looking for a person. You hear from an acquaintance that their company or their partner's company is hiring for the kinds of position that you're interested in. You might even hear from past employers who are like, hey, what are you doing these days? I just heard about this in this position at XYZ company. Why don't you go apply for it? You might be a part of a professional organization, and as a student, it is worth it to join the student branch of a professional organization. You can network with people through that. Again, LinkedIn, which we know, LinkedIn is kind of at the top of that list now. Twitter, Facebook, and others like that. Wherever you can create networks, those are the places that you can go to find out about positions that might be good for you. So your independent work this week is going to be a job post analysis assignment. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at a site such as Indeed or Monster, and you're going to find 5 positions being offered in a field that interests you. So if it's accounting, you're looking for 5 accounting positions. These don't have to be positions that you want to apply for, but they just have to be positions in that field. You're going to list and briefly describe those positions being offered. So one by one, you're going to do this exercise for 5 different positions. So you'll take one, you'll say what it is, briefly describe the position, and then you're going to state, and you can do this in bullet point format. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Again, this is not a major writing exercise. This is a lead into the work that we're doing for resume and cover letter writing. So you can bullet point this. What are the skills, the experience, and the background required for this position? What's the salary range for the position? And then go back to the next one, list it, describe it, mention the skills, experience, background, and the salary range. Repeat that for each of the 5. Then number 4 here, you're going to rank those positions in terms of how likely you would be to apply for each one. So the third one is the one that you would most likely apply for first. And the second one is second, and the fifth one is third, and so on. So rank them and then explain why you rank them in that order. After looking at what they require and what their salary range is, why did you rank them in the order that you did? So that is that exercise that you're going to do. So as far as what you need to accomplish in week 2, the readings from the Handbook of Technical Writing for this week are job descriptions and job search on pages 282 through 293. And I want you to go ahead and read the resumes section, 461 through 478. We're going to be using that resume section next week. You want to complete the job post analysis exercise and submit that on Blackboard as a Word or PDF file by noon on Thursday. And then you want to complete the ethical dilemmas team exercise by noon on Monday. And I do want to make a comment about these noon times. I've had a few people saying, I'm used to this, I'm used to that, I'm not used to having assignments due at noon. I'm going to explain that one more time just to make it clear to everyone. The noon is because I've had students in many classes in the past who have talked to me about how difficult it is when they work third shift to get assignments in first thing in the morning when I have on-campus classes, and how hard it is to get assignments in by 11:59 p.m. if it's an online class or if it's something that's being submitted online, regardless of face-to-face or not. So instead of your assignments being due Wednesday night at 11:59 p.m., I extended it to Thursday at noon. If it helps you, if you are a person that can't wrap your mind around this noon time, then tell yourself that it's due by 11:59 p.m. on Wednesday or 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. Those used to be the times that I had assignments due. Wednesday, 11:59 p.m., Sunday, 11:59 p.m. But because of people asking and telling me, how difficult it is for them, I said, okay, well, how about noon? So I made it noon on Thursday and noon on Monday. So just keep that in mind and adjust it for yourself if you need to. If it's something that really trips you up, Wednesday, 11:59, Sunday, 11:59 p.m., and make those your own deadlines. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact me. I will be glad to take a little break from my snorkeling on the Red Sea. Yes, that's what I'm doing this week. And I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. I hope this week goes well and that we continue working well together.